Welcome to Pilates Chakras Tarot. This is the reading for number 2, Taurus. Those of you that are born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, and the 29th. So welcome to my channel. This is the Resurrection. It's been a minute since I had readings for the numbers. I began the channel back in 2020 and took a break. Took a break to delve into my spiritual practices. And so I'm back to share the messages that needs to be distilled for those of you that are here for the messages from Spirit, from our spirit guides, from the angels, from the spirit realm. Okay, so again, this reading will be for Taurus. I am now dedicating the channel to Taurus with the numbers associated with it to make the readings a little more ethereal. All right, it is still a general reading. However, it does give you a little bit more insight if you are Taurus, born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th of May or April, which makes you a Taurus. So I'm going to start off with identifying the energy that you're in right now. And again, this message is for the month of December. So it's been, I started out the readings back I started the channel back up doing the new moon in Scorpio, and just haven't had a chance to get to all of the readings right away. So now that we're in December, I think we should just plunge right ahead and move forward. And I will be making an effort to be more timely with getting these readings out. So it's something to help give guidance, if you will, for anything that resonates with you in these readings. All right. Again, this message is for those Tauruses or any Taurus placements that are born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and then again, any other placements that you want to peek into and figure out, or just identify some things that you can focus on. With the significance of using numbers is, especially your birthday, is for short-term delivery. All right, so this message is not going to relate to the past. It's not going to relate to the future. It's going to relate to the now, the current energy that you're in, and helping you and help guide you in things that are going on in your world as you look at this message. All right, and as I speak. So I'm going to take the cards because they want to come out. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that one right away. So Taurus, those of you born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th. So the number 2 symbolizes the moon, all right? And the moon is a feminine energy. It also is a watery energy. It's also a nurturing energy. So it has the feminine attributes of the sun, not the moon, okay? Because you also have a affinity for those people that have the number 1 in their charts, okay? So in their numerology. So somebody that's born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th, you're probably likely to coalesce with them, if you will. So some of the attributes of the number 2. So those Taurians that are born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th, you tend to be gentle in nature. Be more imaginative, artistic, which number 1 is more creative. So that's probably something that you have in common with the number 1 is the creativity. You happen to be artistic in your nature as well as romantic. All right. So the first card out and the theme of your reading for the energy is the fire dragon. And that's very nice because we get ready to go into the year of the dragon. All right. So this is coming from the 5 elements, the 5 Chinese elements oracle. So we generally look at the 4 elements, which is earth, water, air, and fire. And the Chinese add the wood in there, so they call it the fifth element. All right. So the fire dragon co-create with the universe. I just talk about you co-creating with the number one. So there may be something for you in the number one readings for Taurus. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and check that out. The other thing I wanted to add to the placements of the planets or of your aspects. So like I said, you can read for any planetary aspects in your natal chart. I do want to highlight, though, that Jupiter is currently in Taurus. So is Uranus. They're both retrograde. Jupiter will be going direct at the end of December. So look for more things to be amplified in your world, expansive in that nature. Uranus will not go direct until the end of January. So when I do the January readings, we'll tap into that energy a little bit more. So Uranus is kind of slowed down. I will let you know, though, Uranus is the surprise energy or that innovative energy, which relates to creativity as well. So there may be something on the horizon, maybe things that you're working on being more creative. Your wheels may be starting to spin, or maybe they're just like kind of quiet down a little bit, but don't let it deter you from still tapping into your creative side. All right. So the fire dragon, co-create with the universe. And I'm going to read from the book because it's really profound that this card comes up for you and it's asking you to co-create with the universe. There's something that you need to be more fluid as it relates to the spiritual nature or being not of this realm, but of the spirit realm. So elevation as well. And as you can see, the dragon is looking and it looks like it's even smiling at the sun. And the number one is represented by the sun, is the symbol of the sun as well. So let's go to the book and see what that energy, what the book has to say about the fire dragon, card number 53. Card number 53. So let me get there right away. So co-create with the universe. One of the 10 spiritual pillars, the fire dragon, brings blessings of joy and abundance in material and spiritual matters. Generous yang fire in the heavenly frequency over the dragon's commanding yang earth elements produces a continuous cycle of support from the heaven and earth. The dragon, one of the 4 celestial guardians in Chinese metaphysics, is a popular symbol of good luck, protection, prosperity, authority, and vitality in feng shui. The dragon's mythical powers, which straddle the earthly and heavenly realms, represent the qualities of the divine masculine when yang is in balance and not in excess. This card is a confirmation that you found your wings. You feel like part of the universe, flying above and below, exploring your dreams and diving deep into the mysteries while at the same time actively serving your calling and fulfilling your responsibilities. Trust that the divine will continue to guide you toward a path of abundance. Miracles happen when we can consciously collaborate with the forces of heaven and earth, combining prayers, visualization, and spiritual work with perseverance and grounded strategy actions. The invisible force of Qi is with you when the fire dragon appears. Integrate your Qi, your life force, into your purpose, starting from the heart space, the fire within. In Qigong and various other energy healing practices, where you direct energy with your hands or where you place your hands, is where healing takes place. Intention is what transforms the freely available universal energy into healing energy. In the material world, intention directs all energy in turning our dreams into reality. Set your intentions, focus, and manifest. I think I'm kind of blown away by that. Just because I just finished listening to a talk about clair contingency, and it's about the power of touch. having intentions when you touch things or when you are accessing something with your nature, right? You can move things around. Even if you're not touching anything, you can move. And it's like the healing powers of touch. So you can, it talked about you moving your energy, your chi, and that will bring about some healing. So perhaps there's something in your world right now that needs healing or just needs to be moved out. That needs you to put intention behind it to move out. Maybe you practice Reiki. Maybe you need to indulge in a Reiki session because that intention, the Reiki master can move the energy around to disperse it or balance your energy out as it relates to your 7 gateways, which are the chakras. All right. So something there. So what, if that makes sense to you, please take it or leave it. It's up to you. Also, another thing that stood out for me is the fact of the abundance. And I talked about at the top of this reading, Jupiter is in Taurus right now. And it's stationing direct on the 4th. No, I'm sorry. Is it the 31st of December? So get ready for things to start popping. Things are going to start moving in your realm. It's going to be amplified. The things that you've been making efforts to achieve, your goals, aspirations are starting to come to fruition. And it is because of the acts that because of your actions and your deeds. All right, the seeds that you have planted, those things that you're working on, the efforts that you're making into your world, expect those things to start showing up, coming to fruition. So co-create with the universe. I think that's very powerful. And that is your card starting out your reading. And this card is number 53. So your reading is kind of taking on a little futuristic tone. Okay, because the number 53 reduces to 8, which we're about to move into the year of the universal year 8. And the universal year 8 is abundance, financial prosperity, all of that. So I would start looking at those dates. You're born the dates of the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, and the 29th, of scheduling any plans to be productive, or just devising your plan for the month. If you're a planner and how you set yourself up for success, achieving your goals and objectives, look at those dates, and especially if they fall on a Sunday, a Monday, or a Friday. So those are the days of the weeks that if those numbers 2, 11, 20, or 29 falls on a Sunday, a Monday, or Friday, it's going to be more, again, amplified. It's going to be more prominent for you as far as seeing the fruits of your labor or expecting to achieve a goal or an objective. All right. It can be something very simple. Like I said, this is about daily life. This is current energy. So it could be something as simple as a doctor's appointment. You haven't set up your doctor's appointment. You've been procrastinating. You want to get it done. Maybe you want to schedule on one of those days, especially if it falls on a Sunday, a Monday, or a Friday. Okay. Or now, if things fall on a Sunday, of course, doctor's office may not be open. So take it as it resonates. If it has something to do with making plans or visiting family members, what have you, the Sunday, the Monday, or the Friday, on the 2nd, the 11th, or the 29th. All right. So that's from that oracle deck. Let's look at what's coming out for you in the way of the chakras. All right. So I can send some chi your way. All right. I'm going to ring the bell that whatever correlates with the chakra that comes out for you. I may pull 2 chakra cards. I like what happened with number one's reading. 3 chakra cards came out for number 1. Okay. And I just like the messages that came out. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. All right. So Spirit, what do you have for us in the way of the chakras? And this is the Chakra Insight deck, Oracle deck. Let's see. I'm going to move these over here so you can see the cards too. What do we have? And number 2 relates to the second chakra, which is the sacral. All right. So let's see. If there's anything there, it's going to come out. Maybe I need to clear the deck a little bit. See if anything comes out for you. Any messages? And I just happened to get up this morning. It is morning for me, and it's just been on my mind to just get these readings done, but also just thinking of you all. Number two, and what needs to come out in the state of the union of the world right now is just unconscionable. So, and of course, oh wait, is this the sacral chakra? I believe this is the sacral chakra. Relationships, intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust. Yes, this is a sacral chakra. So I'm going to ring this chakra bell for you, sacral chakra. So take a deep breath. Exhale it out. Inhale again. And exhale. Last deep breath. Inhale. And exhale it out. So the sacral chakra is sending you a message as it relates to all of your relations, your relationships with your friends, your family, your spouse, your home life, but especially as it relates to your intimate life, being free, the acceptance, and the attribute of trust. So perhaps you are, it came to me as I was thinking about it, was marriage. Maybe you're getting married. Maybe you are planning your wedding. You're planning your engagement. Maybe you're planning on proposing. Any of those things. But this is a loving energy, and the card is number 9. 9 is the number of endings, but there could be something that, you know, there's a new beginning on the horizon. Perhaps it's the end of a friendship, but moving into more of a monogamous relationship at this point. That is coming up. I do see a bond, building bonds in all of your relationships, in your intimacy, right? And the sanctity of love, the sanctity of relationships. Let me read from the book for you on that one, all right? Because there may be more for you in the way of what it wants to reveal. So relationships, honor the beauty and the sacred in your relationships. Windows of soulful connection, mirrored reflections into yourself. Into self. And it could be just relationship. Yes, self-love. And we know that's a big buzzword nowadays. But the number 2 is about knowing thyself. Exactly. So that's coming up now. If this is a relationship with yourself, how you want to receive your partner is how you love yourself. Showing that person honesty, the trust factor, that acceptance is also at play here. Sorry about that. I had to turn off the background noise. But acceptance in your relationship. You know, relationships, like ourselves, they're perfectly imperfect. All right. We learn to accept one another for who we are. That keeps it interesting. That keeps it exciting. You know, allowing your partner, your loved ones to be who they are. That just makes it creates a menagerie of or collage of experiences, you know, sharing those differences, sharing the uniqueness of one another. So let me keep going here. So the card message. In the Mayan language, there's a phrase of reverent greeting that acknowledges one of the greatest gifts we bring to each other in relationship. The phrase is in Lakish, and it means I am another yourself. I am another yourself. Similar to the Indian greeting, Namaste. In Lakesh, it is recognition of divine within each other. So we know that when we say Namaste, we're saluting the other. You salute and you honor the person that's in front of you. I honor who you are. I salute you as a sacred being, as I do of myself. So that's big, that's coming out as well. So honoring others as you honor yourself. This card is an invitation to consider your relationships with self and others in this way, to see those around you in their highest light and to acknowledge yourself within the light. Stop for a moment and reflect upon your primary relationships with friends, loved ones, families, and colleagues. Consider the balance of energy exchange, the emotional wants and needs that each relationship gives and receives from you. Now is a good time to expand your respect for yourself and those with whom you share relationships. Look for things that are great about your relationships and why you love the people you do. Explore your level of giving and your willingness to receive. Who do you hold back energy from, and who do you perhaps overgive to in compensation for some insecurity or fear of loss? It is time to honor the beauty and the sacred in your relationships. Acknowledge your own needs and wants and honor the needs of others. Look for the hidden gifts in each other. Accept each person for who they are without trying to change or control them. Empower yourself to be with those who inspire you and to inspire those who are with you. Recognize each relationship as a mirror reflection and as a doorway to greater realization of your true self. Life is relationships. Support each other to grow and to shine. And that relates to co-create with the universe. We are one. We are part of the oneness. There's only one consciousness. We are living consciousness. We must co-create with oneness. We must co-create with the universal energy. We are not separate. And this is the dilemma in the world today, is that people feel justified for their own selfishness, all right, for their own gain. We need to co-create. Everyone deserves the right to exist and to live and to have the things that they need. Not the things that they want. That's a gift. The things that everyone deserves to be taken care of. Everyone deserves to live humanely with dignity, honor, and respect. So honor those around you. Honor your friends and family. This is the time. Tomorrow is not promised to us. This is the now. We must coexist. We must learn to accept one another. We must learn to allow those to be who they are and to practice whatever practice that they have. They have a right to practice and believe the things that they believe in. No one can force you to believe dogmatically. Don't succumb to indoctrination, these belief systems. There's an internal and an inherent nature that is our birthright. And that's the only thing that we need to honor, is what do we feel? What is our spirit telling us? We must go within and co-create with our spiritual essence. Okay, so I think that's it on the chakras. I don't think you need any more on that, but let me see if there's anything else that I can pull out from I'm going to start to clarify a little bit more with the Rider-Waite deck. See what the Tarot has to say. And then we'll end it with the last communication from the Wild Mystic deck. The Emperor, authority, leadership. It is time, the Aries energy. There's some Aries energy here present in your realm, but also a major arcana. And being your own judge. I just talked about, and not even being your own judge, being your own leader. The vanguard in your own world. And this card also came out in number 1. So you do have a lot of semblance with the number 1. With the creatives. And the Hermit. It's time to go within as well. Another major arcana. a lot of them of the readings too, a lot of Taurians are beginning a lot of major arcanas in their readings. So you are on this journey. You are on the journey of being a light in the world. Make yourself a light, making of yourself a lantern to be the light in the world. Stand tall. You are ascending as well. Your energy is bigger than life. Look at the Hermit is he looks almost gigantuan. All right, so let's see what else. And that's also the number 9. So the 3 and the 9 is on the table as well. We have 2 9s, a 3 and an 8. 3, 6, and 9 are harmonious numbers as well. Let's see. We won't take all of those. Let me see. Okay. Let's quiet down and just get one card. Get one more card. So when you're in the silence, when it's time to go in silent mode, put together, well, you can schedule times of meditation, I would say. And there's something that you need to reflect on as it relates to your leadership, your authority, taking authority in your relationships as well. And the card comes out, the Judgment card. The call. The call, these are major. Like I said, everybody's been getting major comments. It's a judgment call. And when the Judgment card comes out for me, there's a time of recounting, reminiscing on what has, what has been your experience in your relationship, what is currently happening in your relationships. Before Jupiter goes direct, also, Neptune is going to go direct too on the 6th in the next day or so. And Neptune is moving into Scorpio direct, and that's a good energy. And we know that's the Scorpio is the house of the 8th house, which is transformation and rebirth. But this is giving us the Judgment call is to say, do some reflecting on your relationships right now and where you could be, something that you could be overlooking or not honoring in yourself, for yourself. Forget about others. Okay, you know what it is as it relates to your relationship. So being more accepting. But the Judgment card is at the end of the major, kind of the end of the hero's journey, okay? And so before you move into this next phase, and we are moving into another 52-day period as a new 52-day cycle as Taurians before our birthday, before the vernal equinox. So we're moving into the second to last cycle before our birthdays in April or May. So it's really important to start now when as the energy is starting to shift into direct motion, it's time to reassess your relationships. Reassess your relationship with the universe, reassess your relationship spiritually, with that oneness, with living consciousness, and decide what needs to transpire. What energy can you transmute? What energy can you bring to the table? Let's see what the last card is, though, because it will finalize and give us a little bit more guidance as we move forward in leaving this reading, how we're going to move forward in co-creating in our relationships with ourselves. And I saw the card balance, but it went back in. So balance, that Libra energy. And Libra energy is about relationships. So it's truly about your relationship. And the card came out. And the card is victory. So whatever it is, you're going to be victorious. So plan for the victory. plan to be victorious on whatever the energy is. This looks like the boar. And there's a star at the top of its head. And the moon at the bottom. So this is some cosmological energy. Let's look and see what the deck says about that. These cards are all new for me, so I'm learning as I go with these cards and wondering, and wonder like you are, okay, for that boar energy in this victory, 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 victory. Take me to victory quickly, please. Victory, and I think it's the boar. Oh yeah, it is the boar, and the boar is on page 32. Let's see. This card represents victory and success. Much of the mythology surrounding the importance of the boar comes from the Celts. The boar is a fierce creature associated with success in battle, power, victory, and fruitfulness. The boar card tells us that a great triumph of achievement is imminent and that a period of trial is reaching its end. Just be still and know. Be still and know. You are victorious. So just claim your victory. You will not be defeated. It is a card for realizing potential and accomplishing goals. It encourages empowerment and growth. The board tells us that we are on the right track and this pathway will lead to riches, fulfillment, and greatness. If you read this card alongside other cards in the spread, it empowers those cards with its optimism and positivity. Boars are great foragers and adaptive and versatile with their diet. The boar card may also reverence the ability to make something out of nothing and gain success in places often overlooked by others. So this is the Earth card. This is your card. All right. You will be victorious. You will not be defeated. So claim that victory and do it with sheer confidence. And that's the other thing about a number two. Number two, Taurus can have the tendency to doubt, to be incredulous, right? So it's very important for you to be confident, highly confident, self-confidence, because you have the confirmation from Spirit that you will be successful. Just adapt to the situation that's currently going on in your world and make plans for achievement. Make plans to be successful, right? You can make your plans again on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, the 29th, Sunday, Monday, and Fridays, all right? And so it is. That was a wonderful reading. I hope that resonated with you. And until the next time, peace.